All right, welcome. This is early live event here on the Total OS Today Technology channel. And we're going to be taking an early look at Ubuntu 18.04 Bionic Beaver, and it appears to be stable enough to test. I use the word stable loosely because it won't be finalized till April. Johan, howdy, how you doing? I figured if I did something early enough, my overseas friends might stop by and say hello. How you doing, Johan? Good to have you aboard. I did just for you and some others. So we're going to take a very brief look at Ubuntu 18.04 and my Ubuntu Mate 17.10. I did not install the test image for the next Ubuntu Mate because that means I would have to uninstall my current one and then reinstall. Anyway, you guys know what I mean. So, Linux Lounge, what's happening? Very cold there, Johan. Today it is 57 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a heat wave, sort of, here in Ohio. So let me go ahead and transition here. There you go. Now you guys can see your comments here on the screen. Arch Linux, very good. Sudo Reboot, what's up? How you doing, my UK friend? How are you? Excuse me. So, yeah, it is 11:03 a.m. locally here. Good morning, Tim. So we'll wait to see how many people jump on. It would be best if I have a regular schedule for these, but anyway, yeah. Bionic Beaver also reminds me of something, if you know what I mean. But this is a family show, so I can't go there. Music, shut up. Music is from the YouTube audio library. Various artists. You can see the playlist here on the screen. I guess I should do a mic check. I guess you guys can hear me and the background music is not too loud, right? You finished last night's BD stream. Okay, very good. Very good. Excellent. So you are, what, 6 hours ahead there? 5 hours ahead there, right? Linux Lounge? Okay. Okay, well that's good time for you. 11:04 there. Okay. Here. Okay, so you're in the same time zone. Yeah, I try to do these at different times, these live events. I no longer have the Patreon page. If I did, probably the #1 most requested payoff, well, not a payoff, but reward would be live events at different time zones. So I no longer have the Patreon page. Nothing wrong with Patreon. I just didn't want to deal with it. So if you would like to support the channel, check out the PayPal links below in the show notes. I'm using that instead of Patreon. All right, so you are 6 hours ahead there, Johan. Okay. Don't know if anybody has checked out the new Ubuntu 18.04, but it's good enough to test. I haven't noticed anything crashes or anything, at least not yet. Minus 10 Celsius, that is cold. Yep. Yakety o'clock. Sudo Reboot, so you have a new channel. What is it called? Is it called Sudo Reboot? So what I did with That's okay. Ignore my chat. Stopping by, say hello. That's okay. You need to go. No problem. I love this one. This is Mozart. Ein Klein. He's obviously on the channel right now. Okay, so what's the channel called? Sudo rebooting. Yeah, I like the music too. I think this is one of the things YouTube has done right, is to you know, allow us some free music, legal downloads. It's, I mean, there's like, I don't know, thousands of, maybe not thousands, but hundreds. I just pick these as they go, you know. I think they're awesome. So yeah. You haven't found some time to watch your streams? Well, I try to stream on Sundays, usually afternoon or evening, sudo Linux. Yeah, I'm doing this right now. That is correct. Again, to have the people outside of the USA to join in. I know a lot of you like to join in and the times aren't right. ZBD boss. Everybody say hello to the boss. Don't tick him off because he is the boss. What's up, Z? So I just had breakfast. And I forgot to get a drink. I always do that. Alright, I'm going to grab a bottle of water. I shall be right back. And then we'll talk about Ubuntu and Ubuntu Mate. I'll be right back. Do not go away. All right. I have in my hand my my analysis juice, a bottled water. Haha. Vatai, hello, Vatai. Slightly off topic, but what does everybody think of the current YouTube alternatives? BitChute, perhaps even Minds. I don't think there are any viable YouTube alternatives right now. Amazon Tube is coming, evidently. I saw their application. They got the juice. They got the resources to give YouTube a run for its money. They can do it. They can do it. Other than them right now, I do not see anybody. What do you guys think? Hertog Jan. What is Hertog Jan? That sounds like a punk band. Give it up for Hertog Jan. Well, if you're thirsty, grab a drink. Okay, Tim. Take care. Alright, so what I did here, I did a recording of Ubuntu in my Toshiba satellite machine, and it ran pretty good. So I did a recording without sound, so I'll just do a voice over. Z, never say never. What goes up must come down. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but yeah. But Amazon can do it. They got the juice and the power. They can bring YouTube to its knees, literally to its knees, if they want to. Greetings, Lucid. Ferrer Franks, hello. Nice. Is this your first time on this stream? I think it is. If it is, we have a custom here. Everybody say hello to Ferrer. Welcome. Yes, 18.04 is surprisingly very good. So Ferrer, I agree. I like this song. Dun, 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 dun. Going, going, gone. One day YouTube will be going, going, gone, but not today. Alright, let me play this, and I'll do a voiceover for Ubuntu. So, I downloaded Simple Screen Recorder and installed it. Not a problem. One thing about, you'll notice about this here, is when you right click and go to change background, you notice there's nothing here to change themes, fonts. There's wallpapers, colors, and pictures, but I was like, where's the theme changer? Where's my fonts? Where's everything else? It's not there. Not cool. As far as the settings, I did not see a problem with the choice of settings that I saw here. If you are a Windows user, these are pretty much self-explanatory. Yep, thanks everybody to saying hi to Ferrer. Yep. So as far as this goes, as far as the settings goes, it's fine. But it doesn't have all of them. Now that can be fixed, and that's coming up here in a moment. Oh, Ferrer, so you're from Belgium. Okay, cool, cool. Welcome. The controversy about the privacy thing, I just turned it off. Usage, location services, yeah. Sound settings, pretty basic here. Power. One thing I need to figure out is how do I keep my laptop screen from locking after a certain time? Maybe I missed something, I don't know. So, alright, so we had the settings there, but the settings are not complete. The top panel, you can't do anything with it without installing Gnome extensions, and that's another story. When you click that top right settings there, you would think if you click sound is for sound, you know, power off is for power off, but they combined it into one master drop down setting feature, which is a bit odd in my opinion. Click activities, it brings up your current open applications. Shortcuts, favorites to the left. Again, this is, I guess, to mimic the Unity desktop. Hello, Derp. Obviously, it's not Unity, it's Gnome. As far as the file manager, some people are picky about file manager. I think they all work. They are all good. You know, fine. If they work for you, that's all that matters. I'm not picky when it comes to file managers. I look at the complete operating system. And you can move the shortcuts around, favorites, to rearrange them, as you see here. So that works pretty well. Didn't notice any glitches as far as rearranging the favorites to the left. The left panel, you can't really adjust it again without tweaking and extensions and tweaking. Show all applications. This has almost everything you need to get started, but it was missing the #1 application. I had to download it. The #1 application was missing, and the #2 application was missing. The #2 application is the weather. Why is Linux allergic to weather apps? I don't understand. But I got it installed. No, let me do it. Search function at the top works pretty well. I guess it's something similar to the Unity desktop. I installed apps from the Ubuntu Software Center, and I think it looks great. I think it's perfect for beginners. I didn't have any problems. My personal application software manager would be Synaptic for Debian or Ubuntu based. I did notice a hiccup here. I clicked show me installed applications and it just kind of, yeah, it didn't do anything. But I'm not complaining. This still has not been finalized. But I just want to give you an idea of how this works. But overall, the Ubuntu Software Center was very nice, very pleasing. I like the default colors, fonts, how this is laid out. Very, 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 very nice. Interesting that Skype is the featured application. That would have been the last thing I would have expected for for Linux, but there is no super replacement for Skype, I guess, at least none that I've seen. Ubuntu Software Center was horribly unstable. Okay. Good morning, Kagan. But anyway, yes, the Ubuntu Software Center looks fine. Clementine, just type in what you want to install. Yeah, for a Synaptic is the best. And yes, the Ubuntu Software Center, perfect for beginners. I don't mind using it. They're doing updates practically every day, I would imagine, up until the final release in late April. Looks like about a couple months from now as of this recording. This was the #1 application, the Gnome tweak tool, and without this makes Ubuntu almost worthless. At least for beginners, you need this. Because, gee, look at this. This is where I change my themes. Duh! Animations, I can turn them on and off. Cool. Applications, cursor, icons, you know, background, lock screen, adjustment, zoom, center. This should be installed by default. For kernel's sake. Yeah, now I knew what to do here, but a beginner, unless a beginner watches this, he may not know all about this. But you look at the tweaks. To the left, starting with appearance, here we have desktop, show the icons, or not show the icons. Extensions, there's only a couple installed. Applications in Ubuntu dock. Fonts, this is where you change your fonts. I mean, not that these are any useful options, are they? Suspend when a laptop lid is closed. I turned that off. Startup applications. You can add startup applications, such as calendar and so on. Here you can tweak the top bar, which is nice. Application menu, extension battery percentage, hot corner, clock, the calendar, show numbers, week numbers, Windows activation key. I mean, why is this tool not installed by default? I don't understand. I could understand it if you installed extensions and made bork your system, but come on, guys. Ubuntu 18.04 is moving along rather nicely, but the #1 application, Gnome Tweaks, is not installed. I don't get it. I don't get it. Friedrich Salzman, welcome. I'll just replay this in case those of you that missed it. Yeah, Friedrich, yes. I am right-handed. I like my window buttons to the right. That's just me. Another thing that was missing in Ubuntu when I was playing music with Rhythmbox, it plays fine. When I hit quit Rhythmbox, it doesn't quit, it keeps playing. You have to restart Rhythmbox to turn off the music. That's a bit redundant. I had to install the media player integration app, as what you see here in Ubuntu. That way, if I quit an app and it still plays, I can just hit pause, as you see here. Very, very, very user-friendly. How about the new theme? I think that the standard theme in Ubuntu looks terrific. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the standard default look applications coming out of 18.04, except for the fact it's missing the Gnome tweak tool. You know, to change fonts, themes, and stuff like that. Maybe they have their reasons why it's not installed by default. I don't understand it. I really don't. You know, now if you search for Gnome extensions and they don't work, that's a different story. But why the Gnome tweak tool is not there is beyond me. Another thing I would like probably check is the application drop-down menu for Gnome, as you see here. Something similar to this as what you see in Ubuntu Mate. That would be nice. The ability to right-click on the panel and add shortcuts would be nice, as you see in Mate. As you see, again, this just makes the user experience a lot more smoother. Anyway. Ubuntu Mate, let's see, catch up with your comments here. We'll have a special place in my heart, Great Little West. Yeah, it works for me, Linux Lounge. Ferre says, one thing actually went a bit wrong. My movies didn't work with the default player. I had to install VLC. Okay, alright, fair enough. Well, keep again, this is still in testing mode. Expect bugs. That's normal until it's finalized. But overall, I think they've done a terrific job. I still cannot recommend this for beginners because there's just too much tweaking involved. Not that it's hard, but given a choice, you can install Ubuntu Mate and need and require 0 extensions, literally 0, or install Gnome Tweak and need Ubuntu Gnome with the tweak tool. You're probably gonna need about 9 or 10 extensions to make this user-friendly. It's just my opinion. But overall, the theme coming out of the box is nice. It is very, very nice. I have no problem with it. And that's my opinion of Ubuntu Gnome versus my Ubuntu Mate. It's moving along. They are progressing nicely. One thing I forgot to show you here. Gnome is a resource hog. Running their recorder, it was over 2 gigs, but that's to be expected with Gnome. When I have Peppermint OS with this, Peppermint OS in standby mode, or just letting the desktop sit there with no activities with 300 megabytes, Ubuntu Gnome 1.3 gigabytes without doing anything. And that's a lot. But that's Gnome, that is normal. So if you're going to run Ubuntu Gnome, I would make sure you have at least 4 gigabytes of RAM. You can run it with less. I've done it. It's not recommended. But with this, make sure you have at least 4 gigs. And you should be okay. You can turn off animations with the tweak tool to make this run a little bit smoother. But yeah, with Ubuntu Gnome, with any Gnome base, make sure you have at least 4 gigs, and you should be okay. Linux Lounge, I don't mean to sound critical of you here because I'm like this myself. I think the more you use Linux, the more you perceive user-friendly gets warped. Well, what I mean by user-friendly is making the Windows user not work hard. to make it usable for them. If that makes any sense. So, for example, if I have a friend of mine who's only used Windows all his life, just as an example, maybe hasn't even heard of Linux, or maybe has heard of Linux, and I say, hey, I'm going to give you two machines. This has Ubuntu Mate, this one has Ubuntu Gnome. Which one do you think that Windows user will feel most comfortable with? From the eyes of a Windows user. But that's what that's what I mean by user friendly. Of course, once anybody gets used to any Linux, of course it's user friendly. But I mean coming out of the box for someone who is a newbie, a beginner. Even if someone isn't a newbie, the workflow in Ubuntu Mate feels better. Chrome is terrific, yeah. Gnome really isn't my first desktop of choice. Their workflow doesn't work for me. The system requirements are too high for what it is. Yeah, you would not want to install Gnome in an old machine that had Windows XP on it. But that's okay. Gnome wasn't designed for that. That's why there are other choices like Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, Linux Lite, Peppermint OS. That's what it is. Hello, Steven. How are you? So yeah, Linux Lounge, that's what I mean by user-friendly. It's not that Windows users are stupid, but if they've never used it before, I mean, what do you expect? We were all newbies. All of us. I can prove it. When you're born, as a baby, you're a newbie to life. So there you go. What do I prefer, Vatai? I don't know. Don't know. Nano Vim. I don't know. Never really thought about it. Wonder if I could get used to GNOME. If I would use it for a week, it is very different. Well, Friedrich, if you play with GNOME, Ubuntu GNOME, and you have the specs, at least 4 gigs of RAM, preferably more, but you can get away with 4 gigs. If your machine can handle it, and you're willing to spend the time to tweak it, yeah, I think it looks pretty slick. But don't expect it to be working or to be user friendly out of the box. Especially if you're used to Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, Linux Lite, Peppermint OS. But if you take the time like I did to install a few tweaks, yeah, I think it's fine. It's just not designed for a lower end PC. But usually most snazzy looking, high graphics intensive OSs will not play well with older machines. That's not the fault of the OS, you just have an older machine. So, let's see, you actually wouldn't run Hyper-C, not a great feeling. No, 3 gigs of my RAM are being used on the OS. Yeah, well, that's why you want at least 4 gigs. Okay, Johan, you need to go. Very well. But I think GNOME looks pretty slick. I thought it looked pretty slick when it first came out 7 years ago. 7 years ago. It just wasn't for beginners. Still isn't. You would think after 7 years they would get it right, but no. Oh well. But it's getting better. It is getting better. And I think with a few minor tweaks such as the GNOME tweak tool and a couple extra extensions to get it working out of the box, I think it's just as good as Ubuntu Mate, but just not today. I like try Pop OS. I've tried Pop OS. It's pretty good. It runs a little faster than this version of GNOME. Friedrich, yeah, give Ubuntu GNOME a try. Make sure you have at least 4 gigs of RAM and you should be okay. Just remember that it's alpha or pre-alpha, whatever they are calling it now. So expect some issues. Yeah. GNOME looks to me very meh out of the box. Okay, well, I think it looks okay. Hello, Paul. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see. You've been using Linux now for 11 years along with Windows, and I get less problems with Ubuntu Mate. See, there's something about, there's something about, Paul, I have to tell you, Ubuntu Mate isn't what I call slick, snazzy, special effects, eye-popping, but it wasn't made for that. But it was made to work. How's that for a concept? Gee, a Linux OS that works out of the box. I mean, you know, it's like buying a car without bugs, right? It's like buying a house that doesn't need a lot of work. You know, it's the human condition. We don't want to work harder if we don't have to, right? Absolutely. Why are the borders so thick? Well, once again, you know, maybe through the Gnome tweak tool and some extensions, Linux Lounge, maybe that can be fixed. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to customize Gnome. It can be done, but it's just not as easy as, you know, doing something with Mate, so. Windows, you're setting at 3.74 gigs of RAM. That seems rather high, Max. Whoa. If that's what it is, I would drop that. Yeah. What would be my optimal setup for Ubuntu Gnome out of the box? Let me pause this. Okay, Ferre, thank you for stopping by. Dinner time there, right, okay. Okay, thank you, Ferre, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and support the channel if you can. Again, the PayPal link will be below to help keep this channel going. Thank you. My optimal setup for Ubuntu out of the box, I think I did a video with this last year, would be to install approximately 9 or 10 extensions to optimize this out of the box. Gnome tweak tool to optimize my user experience, media player integration such as you see here, you know, in Ubuntu Mate, application menu option, legacy icons, dash to dock I think is another one. I'm happy with the default theme and colors. I don't have a problem there. Ciao, Ferre, ciao. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you guys overseas could catch this. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Have a good dinner. Don't eat too much pasta. So that would be my optimized that would be my optimized Ubuntu. Approximately you know, maybe 5 to 10 extensions to add, and it probably would be set to go out of the box. So Linux is perfect for gaming for you. Wow, okay, that's one thing I have not heard. Most Windows users cannot switch because of gaming and or issues with graphics drivers. And of course, as far as optimized GNOME, you know, search for my favorite applications and then download those. But that you got to do with any Linux-based system. There's enough apps here to get you started. I wouldn't need the Amazon app personally. There is a nice app here called To-Do List. It's pretty nice. I think I've seen that before. Am I going to play Paparino's clip today? Today, this is the playlist, Fat Elvis. I thought I would mix it up. I got about between 50 and 60 songs downloaded from the YouTube audio library just to mix things up. Again, I am surprised Skype was the featured app for Linux. I was expecting, I don't know, Rhythm Box, Weather app, Ubuntu software. I mean, I was not expecting Skype. There are very few games you can't play on Linux. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. Hey, as long as it works, yeah. I stick with Windows and my Xbox for games because I know they're going to work 100% of the time. So, yeah. Oh, my father's film. I get it. I thought you meant a song. Not today. No, no. I won't be posting anything else for today. But thank you for asking. Hitman on Linux. Okay. You got working in Wine. Okay. I've tried Wine for my iPad, for my Microsoft Zune. It doesn't work. So forget Wine for me, except the drinking kind. Yeah. You are running Mint 18, Makulu, Peppermint, Windows 10. Both are plug and play. Okay. All right. I may play that my papa's clip, my dad's movie teaser, maybe next weekend. Who was asking me? Fat Elvis. Thank you for asking. Maybe next weekend I'll play a world premiere clip teaser for you guys. Maybe next Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you know. It'll just be a teaser. The movie was over 5 years in the making. He went through a lot. He almost died making it. Went through heart surgery. The director, fighting cancer. It's a miracle it was even done. I'm so proud of them. We're just trying to get a what's called a distribution deal on it, and that's tough when you're independent anything without the backing of a major studio. Or without the backing of a lot of money, it's tough. The odds are not good, but they're still here. So, but I may do next Sunday. I may do a. I thought about calling it a toast-a-thon, a fundraiser for the channel, because I'm going to try to do my taxes this week, and maybe I will. Premiere or show you guys the teaser trailer. Lucid Theming, you like pizza? I like pizza too. Little Caesars. I have not messed with Steam, but I have not. I have not. Pizza loving nerd is not a fan of Gnome. Well, that's why you have choices. If anybody here tests Ubuntu 18.04, let me know what you think about it, what your results are, and we'll talk about it in a future live event, an update to all this. Just keep in mind that this will be finalized April, so we're a couple months away for the final pizza. Will you stop it? Jeez. There was a after the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, I guess the fans in Philly went literally nuts. They showed one young man to celebrate. I couldn't believe it, literally eating horse doo-doo in his mouth off the street. That gave a whole new meaning to the term. Man, he's full of shit. I don't know. Yes, Steven, you do have choices. Yes. Chris Peep, I would rather abandon my grannies than you. What is this? Bash the Gnome joke day? Okay, fine. Let's see if I can think of a joke. Try to think, what's a good joke? It would be like in the vein of a Chuck Norris joke. Thought that was probably not pseudo Linux, no. That's why I don't say words like that quite often. Yeah, it's not going to be a habit. Chuck Norris tried the Gnome desktop. The Gnome desktop is now very user-friendly. How's that for a joke? A clean joke, right? You better watch, Pizza Loving Nerd. There may be a spam OS coming out. I wonder what a Chuck Norris OS would look like. Chuck Norris has a new OS. Bugs do not exist. I don't know, was that funny? Okay, so it's Bash the Gnome Day. Arby's, I like Arby's. Pizza Loving Nerd, I like Arby's, yeah. I'd rather live in North Korea than use Gnome. I don't know, maybe North Korea uses Gnome, haha. Did you ever stop to think? If you go there, they use Gnome? Korean Gnome? I don't speak Korean, but what would they say? Chuck uses Gentoo. And he made it very user-friendly, Fat Elvis, right? What would sounds be like when you open Chuck's windows would sound like? Extra quiet, I don't know. Gnome better than Windows UI. Well, it's different. There's a YouTuber. Check her out. It's not for kids. She is absolutely hilarious. She's a granny, and I think she goes by the name of Granny Potty Mouth. She's adorable. I guess she's from the UK, and she does a cooking show. So instead of saying, "Hi gang," she'll say, "Hi, bleepers," you know, with the F word. "Welcome to another bleeping show. Today I'm going to show all you bleepers how to make tuna casserole." And she's a hoot to watch. Okay, Sudo, have a good one. Alright, so that's my look at the Ubuntu desktop with Gnome. Let's see if any updated news with Ubuntu. Real quick, we'll probably wrap this up here at noonish. Yeah, I would love to do some more news and nonsense stuff with Spatry. It's a lot of fun. I agree. Okay, sudo Linux, adios. Ubuntu Linux and Bash is a Windows program. Okay, well, I've talked about this before. Ubuntu slurping PC vital. He's back. He's back doing videos, Fat Elvis, or just back on his forum? Somebody mentioned it last night. Yeah. Yes. Yep. OMG Ubuntu. I go there occasionally. Yes, cupoflinks.com, yes. Help improve Ubuntu by doing nothing. So anyone who doesn't want to share data with Ubuntu can quickly opt out before install. There you go. This is what Ubuntu will collect as far as information. Version, CPU usage, device vendor, your country, how long your install took to complete, whether you have auto login. I'm not sure why they would need that. Whether you choose to install codecs. Why wouldn't you want to install codecs? I don't understand. Whether you choose to download updates during install. That's interesting. I'm not sure why they would need that, but Ubuntu PopCon to track popularity of apps. Ubuntu will make the results of the data public. Fair enough. Hello, Cody. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here probably at noonish because it'd be almost time for lunch. So Spatry's back. Yes, I don't know if we get in touch, we'll do news and nonsense. Let's see here. Ubuntu survey. Alright, so this whole data collection thing, you know, it doesn't sound quite as sinister here, so... I mean, I did crack a... yeah, is this a joke? Getting ready to become like Windows 10? Not exactly. Not exactly. Anyway, Yes, it is almost 12 noon here in Ohio, Cody. Yes. Windows tracks what you do, not your system. Yep. So it's not as bad on Ubuntu. Rule stride. So yeah, we'll wrap this up here at noonish. Hello, C 128D. Well, we need the codecs to play our media, and that's all that I can say about that. I told you, pizza. Be careful what you wish for. Ah, my. C128D, what do you use? I don't remember. Use Facebook or Google Mail or something. One more is not going to not making difference. You can always turn this off. Yep. Knoppix. Oh, okay. That's been around a while. A lot of comments here on the data collection from Ubuntu. Manjaro, Atergos, and Rayleigh Elementary. Okay. I agree, Paul. Keep it simple, keep it mate. Yep. Furthermore, according to Snowden, Microsoft intentionally leaves Windows open for any secret service to access users' OS and play havoc. Oh. Nope, Microsoft collects data in order to send you specific ads. I don't want it included in the first place. That's how Windows Light Telemetry starts. CNS Canonical won't listen to the users. I think they'll be listening to the users. Yeah, I think so. I wish they hadn't dropped Unity, but I didn't know they were going to. What is wrong with optionally collecting anonymous hardware info? It's a good question. It seems you don't know what open source means. Why not make it opt-in? Okay. Anto Hosu, welcome, Anto. Anto, I think this is your first time on the stream. If it is, welcome. And we have a custom here on the channel. Everybody, please say hello to Anto. Hello. Awesome. Awesome. It's great seeing new names. At least I think you're new names here on the chat. Awesome. We shall take any garbage if properly served. I hope not, Richard. If 50 persons in disagree, they will disable the option. End of the problem. Antal, what do you use? Which Linux, or do you use Windows? If it doesn't change anything to the community, all the commentators here are part of the huge conspiracy? No. Sarcasm, okay. Hello, Linux lovers. That's right, Anto. Anto, I'm going to guess you are a KDE person. So these other distro and stop complaining about something that you can disable. As a Linux community member, I'm allowed to express my opinion on a Linux blog, so STFU, continue to do whatever you do at Canonical. Stop telling me what I can and can't do. I'm not going to say Mick Jugger Nuggets. I like that. You must like McDonald's. Welcome, Mick Jugger. How are you? I think we have another new person to the stream. I think Mick Jugger, welcome. Hello. We have a custom here. We say hello to the new people to the chat. So everybody please say hello to Mick Jugger Nuggets. Sounds like something new on the McDonald's menu. I love those chicken McNuggets, by the way. Hello, Mick. How are you? What a wonderful idea. Maybe the next time Canonical shall ask the community if Shuttleworth could go to the bathroom. Have you in mind any other useless survey? Oh, that's so funny. Speaking of toilets. Jeez. Oh, my. Wow, what a wonderful sequence of nothing. I'm digging these comments. Hello, Dennis. How are you? Sub-Zero. Hello, hello. These people are mean. You may be thinking that because of your poor ability on text comprehension. Jeez. Talk about a hostile Linux community. Also, why do people care about privacy so much these days? Get over yourself. You don't have we spelled it wrong, paparazzi spying on you. I do appreciate private, but honestly don't understand why people have so much to hide. Okay. Sequence of nothing. Well, we all are entitled to our security and privacy, so you'd rather argue on a blog than use Gnome. No, we are definitely not hostile in here. Absolutely not. Thank you, Tony. Anto, you use all Linux distros? Wow. So, Anto, how many bottles of aspirin do you use per week? That's if you use all Linux. McJugger, I use Ubuntu Mate. As you see here, it's my Linux gold standard. Yep, that's a me, Ubuntu mate guy. Everyone is going to attack mode. It seems on this comments for OMG Ubuntu, yeah. Linux Geek Gamer HD, hello. Ubuntu Gnome better than Mate? Not today. It is pronounced Mate. It's some kind. Mate is a tea, a drink from South Africa or something. I mean, you know, some people call it mate, mate, matey. Sometimes I'll say mate, but I believe it is pronounced mate. But I think you already know that, derp, don't you? Manjaro XFCE, very good. Mangakas, a little unstable, but once it works, all the manga software installer runs like a treat. Very good. Okay, Pizza, if you gotta go, catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Antel began using it at the age of 13. Wow. Is Manjaro stable again? I don't have a clue. It's funny people love to badmouth Windows when it collects data, but Ubuntu can do it. First they sell Amazon and they start to collect data. What's next? And do people really think they're only collecting those things above mentioned? Okay. DDR2, 4 gigs. Okay. But you got a SSD. Very good. John MX Linux. Very good. And Ubuntu Mate. We have another smart person in the house. Haha. It's physically impossible to test all the Linux Ds. I'm not so sure about that. Given enough time. I mean, if you tested one distro a week, yeah. Antal, you're from India. Nice. From Kerala. Very good. Joseph John says those hiccups are big problems. I need a stable machine. Yep, that's why I stuck with Ubuntu Mate. A way to improve Ubuntu is to fix all the issues. Another way is to collect statistics with the aim to improve Ubuntu. Then select a quantile and fix the issues of highest priority. There are only so many developers, only so much time to fix things. Okay. The help of VMware. Okay. Very good. 100% perfect. Well, nothing is 100%, but close to it. I've switched to Arch after the plugin market fiasco. I'm not sure what that is about. Arch showed me just how bloated Ubuntu was. Interesting. I don't think Gnome is hated, Anto. It's not quite as user-friendly out of the box. It does require extensions to make it more usable, in my opinion. I don't hate Gnome, it's just not my distro of choice. Babby Vogue. What Plasma is capable of, okay. And a lot of good comments here on the OMG Ubuntu website. Sticking to Ubuntu 16.04 is that person. MX Linux, based on Debian stable, very good. When all else fails, spying on users is a foolproof way of making money. I guess so. If it's voluntary opt-in, only a small bunch of nerds who care will share it. Yeah, the fact that what they share will be made public record, you'll be able to see if it's anonymous or not. So that's good. Yeah, Gnome is definitely heavy. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why you need at least 4 gigs. Alright, well. Nonsense. Personally, I think it's a good thing. People are always complaining about hardware compatibility issues and then scream blue murder when they try to do something about it. Interesting. Data is definitely a hot item. I agree. Anyway. Alright, a couple more minutes, and I know we have people coming in late, then I am done. It is lunchtime. Let's see. Much of Microsoft is from data collection. It must be a lot. Windows 10 was free after. Yes, it was free, yes. It was. I think we're going to be okay with the next Ubuntu. If you don't want to share stuff, opt out. You know, and if they're going to reveal and share what they collect to help improve the system, I guess that's okay. You know, as long as they are upfront and transparent about it. And I'm sure I would be stunned if the Linux community will not be checking to make sure that they are being true to their statements. personal information will not be shared, just your system information to help make Ubuntu better. I would be stunned if someone, one person, you know, in the Linux world didn't say, hey, okay, well, that's good or that's not good. That's just my opinion. So yes, it was free if you owned the previous activated version of Windows. I guess somebody said you can still get Windows 10 upgrade free. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but yeah, I took advantage in my systems, and it seems to work. Yeah, my Toshiba Satellite M305 is what I did this testing on for Ubuntu Gnome, and it ran pretty good. Like I said, as long as you install the GNOME tweak tool to make it a little bit more user-friendly, you should be okay. Yeah, I believe so. I believe Tomb Raider is coming to Linux, Stephen, yes. Alright, Tim. Catch you next time. So yeah, I believe maybe next week, and I may share with you a world premiere teaser to you guys of my dad's movie. Maybe next weekend. A short teaser based on a true story. So be on the lookout for that. Newegg and Visa debit card, Visa, what using for hardware? Okay. Well, there are websites like, say you want to upgrade your RAM and you're not sure which one. If you go to Crucial, I think it's a company called Crucial RAM or something. You download an app, and or whatever it's called. I guess it's an app to scan your computer, and it'll tell you what RAM you need. And that's, to me, that's very, very user friendly. That way you don't buy. One time I did buy the wrong RAM, you know, and that can be a pain. All right, so once again, music is from the YouTube audio library. This is the playlist. Real quick, I'll show you if you're interested. Joseph John, thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Catch you on the next live stream. Be safe, my friend. I'm going to see if I can set up a podcast with Alan Pope from Ubuntu and Martin Wimpress from Ubuntu Mate. I think that would be great. A great little chat to share with you guys. Maybe we'll do it on Google Hangouts or something like that, maybe. Thank you, Richard. So yeah, if you guys try out Ubuntu Gnome, let me know, good or bad, and I'll share with the community. Yeah, that would be fun with those two guys. I also wouldn't mind doing a chat with Brian Lunduke. I believe he uses exclusively Linux. I don't. That would be an interesting chat, wouldn't it be? But he seems like a cool family guy, so I think it would be alright. Whoa, the new RAM destroyed your motherboard. Oh no. Yeah, you got to be careful, Kagan. Absolutely. Yeah. I dual boot Linux Lounge with Windows 10. Yep, it's either this, Linux Mint, Mate and Cinnamon. Of course, now Ubuntu Gnome in my test machine. But if I am not in Linux, I'm running Windows 10, primarily for, you know, gaming, hooking up my iPad, my Microsoft Zune, gaming. Yeah, I mean, as a backup OS. Right now, Linux has gotten good to the point where it's my primary OS, but I have Windows for those other reasons. So yeah. Yeah, you need to be careful when installing RAM that you don't, you know, static electricity the board and fry something. Obviously, you want to get the correct RAM, but yeah, I normally will go to a website and type in, you know, the exact model number of my machines. Live Gen 2 install. Who knows? I suppose anything is possible. Is there a friendly Gen 2 OS out there? I don't know. One day Linux distros will win in desktop sector and I will help Linux for that. Well, maybe. Linux is getting better. It's definitely getting better. Yeah. So Linux market share anywhere from 1.5 to 3% to 5%. I don't know about 5%, but probably about 3%. Just open the window and chuck it out. Thank you. Thank you, Tony, for words of advice. Yes. There's a way to check what hardware you use, what you have. Try to think of the terminal commands. No. That's the kernel. I forget off the top of my head. No, that's not it. Yeah, there's ways to check what RAM you have in your system using terminal commands, but off the top of my head, I forget. Alright, last call for comments, guys, and we're done. It is lunchtime here in Ohio. Might have me some Windows 10 juice, some Linux kernel McNuggets, sprinkle it with some mint seasoning. All right, anything else? Red wine is definitely perfect. Derp, yeah. Alright guys, I am done. Thank you all for stopping by. Always a pleasure. And I'll catch you guys on the next live stream. So have fun. No one building a new will start with Linux. 5% is all in. Well, Google has the resources to make Linux, to make the Linux desktop mainstream. They can do it. They can push it out. They haven't. There's a reason for it. And that's all that I can say. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. But I'm happy with what I use. Alright, Vitai, Richard, Max, all you guys, thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. I'll catch you on the next one. And if you happen to test the new Ubuntu 18.04, let us know. But I'll keep it in my Toshiba satellite for now, at least until the final release. And who knows, I may even wind up keep it just for something different to play with. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.